Let's talk about Elecampane. Great for asthma, bronchitis, all kinds of things, and you gotta have this in your medicine cabinet. Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now. Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, today I want to talk about Elecampane. Elecampane, it's actually a wonderful herb that I highly recommend you keep in your herbal medicine chest. Really great for asthma, really great for bronchitis, all kinds of lung issues, helps to get rid of phlegm and secretions, great for all kinds of different things, the GI tract, all kinds, and been used successfully for thousands and thousands of years. This is by Terra Vita, and it's an organic herb also, really good. And I got this on eBay if you happen to want to know. Lots of people ask. It's really great stuff. I highly recommend it. If you have lung issues and you really, have something going on, you can't breathe, you want to have this around for sure. Absolutely. And it's been used in Ayurvedic medicine for thousands of years, in Chinese medicine for thousands of years, also by the Greeks and the Romans, and been used successfully for a long, long time. And so it really is great. Some of the lore is, the name is helenium, which goes back to Greek mythology. We used to treat horses called horse heel also. So Hippocrates actually used it a lot in treating a lot of things, especially horses too. Where it grows in Asia and Europe and the U.S., and very common growing all over in the UK. So if you're living in the UK, you got this growing somewhere. Great big leaves. Also, the parts are used. Mostly everybody uses the root itself, but also the flowers can be used too. Hippocrates used it because it was good for stimulating the brain, the kidneys, the stomach, and the uterus. He also treated skin conditions, especially on people, and rashes and that type of thing, and also on animals too. Other names common names it has is horseheel or macuchelian, also asterhelium, also horse elder, wild sunflower, all kinds of different things. It kind of looks like a little sunflower. It's a little bit of a daisy actually, and very pretty. And the Latin name is Inula helenium, and you can see that down below. And like I said, it's used in Ayurvedic medicine, Chinese medicine. It contains inulin. Inulin is a wonderful prebiotic for probiotics in our gut, and it has a wonderful ability to heal our gut by actually feeding the good bacteria in our gut. And by weight, inulin compromises about 45% of the root itself, so it's really a pretty great thing. It's also very astringent and helps to dry up secretions all over, especially the lungs and the GI tract and the urinary tract also. So it tonifies the urinary tract at the same time. It has a lot of polysaccharides in it. It's a mucilage agent that helps to get rid of, all kinds of secretions in the body. It's a bitter agent also. It has a lot of plant sterols in it, saponins, resins, also alkaloids and essential oils, and all kinds of different healing agents in it. And I could go on and on and on. There's a huge amount of healing compounds in this. Great for the respiratory tract, and the inulin actually coats and soothes the bronchi passages, and it's kind of an expectorant process that goes on also, and calms coughing. Great for colds and flus. It helps with getting rid of all that mucus and all that stuff that's clogging up all your passages. You're feeling terrible. You can't breathe. Gets rid of that congestion. Also has helenium and helenium, which are anti-inflammatory compounds, which help with the coughing and kind of a cough suppressant also. Helps with coughs in general. There's another long compound, I'm not even going to try to pronounce, found in the root that's actually an antitussive also. It also helps, like I said, to dry up secretions and phlegm, natural antibiotic for the lungs with a sequestrapiratine and lactones. Very natural, powerful antibiotic. In fact, it helps to get rid of bacterial infections and other things in the lungs. It relaxes smooth muscle, like in the lungs and the GI tract and in the bladder area, all these smooth muscle areas, and helps to actually open up the bronchi and things like that. So that's why it works so well in the lungs and in the GI tract. Also helps with spasms in general too. And also helps people who have shortness of breath. If you can't breathe, you want to have some Elecampane around so you can breathe. A study in the British Journal of Biomedical Sciences actually showed that it's very antimicrobial and help with staph and other infections for the lungs and other places in the body also. Another study in Ireland actually showed that it killed almost all harmful bacteria and other agents. So pretty amazing stuff. A study in 2019, Journal of Antioxidants, shown that it was really a powerful anti-inflammatory and great for the lungs in general. Helps with, like I said, probiotics, and you can never get enough prebiotics, that's for sure. Just like cooked green bananas, this actually has a lot of inulin in it also. So this is great stuff. In traditional Chinese medicine, this is also used for healing the lungs and especially for those who are prone to asthma attacks. And also used for strengthening the spleen and the stomach and more qi and chi energy moving through the body. And also pain in the chest and if you're feeling like you're full all the time and stuff like that, a lot of gas, it also helps with that. Lots of qi energy. It moves qi energy throughout the body and is a great tonic for more energy. And Ayurvedic medicine, it clears up the lungs and actually is thought of as a restorative for the lungs also. So, and helping with longevity of the lung tissue. Other flowers can be used, particularly good for nausea. Also, if you are doing chemotherapy, you can use the flowers for getting rid of that nausea. And also helps with allergies of the respiratory tract also. For urinary tract infections, the tea is really great for that. So if you have a urinary tract infection, you might want to keep some Elecampane around. It's really good. Also, it's a great diuretic. It helps to get rid of that water weight that you're holding on to and you want to get rid of and lose that extra 5 pounds, or your bloating feeling, or PMS water weight. Also boost up your immune system. So if you want to have more immunity to a lot of different things, I think it's really important to have some Elecampane around. Also protects the liver. Studies show that actually it's hepatic protective and actually prevents liver disease in general. It's a good antifungal agent also. It just goes on and on. Also helps with arthritis because it's anti-inflammatory. 2017 study showed it would really help with rheumatoid arthritis, because it's very anti-inflammatory. Also, as a kind of a side effect, it helps with lowering blood pressure also. If you're on blood pressure lowering medications, you gotta beware because it does lower your blood pressure. And it helps to open up smooth muscle, relax smooth muscles, so your blood vessels open up, your bronchi open up, and that type of thing. Also, it's very relaxing. A lot of people find that, you're taking a little bit of this at night, you actually sleep better. And also helps with stress too. So if you have stress going on, you can help with that. Also helps your digestive system to absorb food better. So if you're not really digesting things well, you might want to try some of this Elecampane. Also helps with ulcers and that type of thing. A study showed in 1977 that actually helps with the healing abilities of ulcers in general. Lots of different things. Also helps with diabetes because of the inulin that's in the root itself. It slows down the absorption of sugars and keeps blood sugar spikes from going up and stabilizes blood sugar in general. So really good. If you're a diabetic, you might want to take some Elecampane once in a while. I recommend 7 to 10 days, not to go over that. But it's very safe. I've used it for years. Really works well. Can help with parasites too. Some people use it for destroying, parasites like pinworms or hookworms and whipworms and threadworms and things like that. Helps with sleep, like I said. If you want to take a nice cup of this tea, it'll help you relax. Great for skin wounds. If you have a rash or a cut or something like that, speeds up healing because it has so many antioxidants in it. Also, it's used in soaps and cosmetics because it has a wonderful smell to it, almost like camphorish type of thing, and also is very healing for the skin in general. Also, how to make a tea. Take about 2 tablespoons of dried root and put it into water that's been boiling and simmer it for about 20 minutes and take that 2 or 3 times a day. Take a cup every 2 or 3 times a day, no more than 7 to 10 days. You can add honey to it. You can add, a little bit of maple syrup to it, or maybe a little stevia, whatever you like. Also, the tincture, you can take 2 or 3 milliliters every 2 or 3 times a day, and no more than 7 to 10 days. So that's 2 or 3 milliliters, 2 or 3 times a day, no more than 7 to 10 days. It also comes in syrups. You can get it in capsules like this. And I usually take 1 or 2 400 milligram capsules. Also used in a lot of herbal formulas that you're probably using right now. And a lot of the teas, like sleepy teas and things like that, actually have it in it. Also, you can find this at your health food store, on Amazon, eBay, lots of different places like that. Other uses, it's really a wonderful thing as a flavoring agent in desserts. Also, the root can be candied and eaten that way also if you actually are growing it in your yard or know where to dig it up. Side effects, no real problems. I haven't seen anything in real problems. If you're taking medications, I don't really recommend it. It might interact. And it should be only used for 7 to 10 days. I highly recommend that. If you take it for massive doses, it could have you end up having diarrhea and stomach cramps and stuff like that. Well, of course, everything does. So it's not for anyone who's nursing or pregnant. I don't recommend that in general. Also, I think you ought to try it and see how it works for you. That's really the most important thing right there. And also check out my new book, Live a Cancer-Free Life, is on Amazon right now. Live a Cancer-Free Life is on Amazon right now. And you can see the link down below. And I hope it's on pre-sale right now. And, 3 out of 5 of you are going to come down with cancer. So I hope you'll buy my book and cut down your chances of having cancer by 1,000%. That'll make a big difference. And we can make this world a better place to live. If you want to do a consultation, feel free to get a hold of me. All my contact information is at the end of the video or down below. You can click on Show More, and I ask for a $50 donation. And let's get you into feeling great, looking wonderful, and back in the pink again. And remember a couple things. Remember God. Remember, I love you.